This girl, Riley Williams, just got fired from her job out of nowhere for TikTok videos that she had posted that her bosses did not like.
I just got fired.
So somebody had sent her bosses, the higher ups, some of her TikTok videos to which they didn't like, and now she's confused as to why she got fired. Now technically, most jobs have an at-will termination policy, meaning they can fire you over anything except for discrimination, things like gender, race, and religion, or things like retaliation, like if you report the fact that they are doing something illegal. So now Riley's wondering what she's going to do for money and is still confused as to why she got fired, so I went to her profile to kind of check things out to see why. It seems as though she posts a lot of videos with dogs, regular girl content, but the one thing that I've noticed with a lot of her videos is it seems to be that she's doing it from within the office. And even though she doesn't tell you who she's working for or the office she's in, this is probably the reason they fired her. She expresses how much she loved her job and the people that she worked with and can't believe that she got fired. And most people would agree firing her over this is kind of a load of crap. I'd rather have somebody that loves working for the company and post fun TikTok videos versus somebody who doesn't love the company, who's just milking the company for money. So I wanted to make a video running up support for Riley. And you could go to her page, find this video here, and just by liking it or commenting on it, she'll hopefully earn money from the TikTok Creator Program, helping her in this transition between now and a new job.
Well, I mean, if you're at work doing that, you can't. A woman says, I understand why you don't do this at work. You're not supposed to be doing this. Somebody else said, I'm more shocked people making TikToks with work in the background. Somebody else says she was being paid for doing work for the company, not making TikTok videos. I don't see why she's confused. Somebody else said, in my experience, people who make videos complaining about getting fired rarely provide all of the facts. Exactly. Another woman says, stealing company time, making videos on them. They want you, I mean, you could have done, here's the thing, you could have done all of your work. You could have been done, you could have been taking a break. You could have been there before work even started. You could have been there after work started or after work was finished. It don't matter. If they see you posting that stuff, they don't know what you're doing when you're doing it. It's a bad look, right? And so I think posting that type of stuff and then being confused as to why you got fired, it's not that confusing. It really isn't. Like if you're on the clock making TikToks and on social media, basically scrolling on social media, because for a lot of these modern women, it takes a little while to make a TikTok, right? So say for instance, I want to see just in, it's going to take her a while to make this video. Like it's not going to be just quickly. She's sitting in there talking about it. So I'm assuming that's going to be a 3 to 5 minute video. But if she's in there making TikToks like this, where you know, it's going to probably take her a little while. Maybe she's got one where it's like a cute dog or something like that. You know, she's making these types of she's messing around. She's messing around. So if it's TikToks like, okay, here's a minute here and here's a minute there, the TikTok that you see is going to be a minute. It's going to take her some time to film it from different angles and then to post it, to find the right background music, maybe put some subtitles on it. It's going to take you a little while to do that. So if that takes you maybe 20 minutes, that's one video, okay, 20 minutes. But if you're doing that every day, 20 minutes, and then there's one where you talk and talk and talk, and that's like 30 minutes, they like, man, a whole half hour gone when we really needed this report.
All right, guys, I'm ready to light some fires. This is why I do not agree with feminism. And to clarify, I mean nuanced feminism. This topic has so much breadth that I'm just going to touch the surface with it. 1. Nuanced feminism has gone above and beyond to demonize traditional values from women. And by this, I mean traditional roles such as having children, staying at home and supporting their husbands emotionally and spiritually, and being caretakers. 2. It is now merged with extreme leftist beliefs, especially pertaining to the LGBTQRST movement, where we now have men claiming to be women and it is widely accepted, with verbiage such as birthing people, breastfeeding people, and menstruating people. I'm sorry, but isn't telling men that they can be women the exact opposite of feminism? Men do not birth, men do not menstruate, and men do not breastfeed. 3, it has greatly degraded men and their attribute to society. Feminism is supposed to be advocating for rights for women. We now live in a day and time when they have included the entire population, including men. How does that make sense? Lastly, I'm going to say this once, so listen to me good. Men and women are not equal, biologically, spiritually, or emotionally. By pushing this equality agenda, we have deeply degraded the innate divinity that is being a woman.
So I lost my job. I got called into the office yesterday. I kind of felt like something was off, but they called me in the office yesterday, and after I finished like half through the work, and told me that they could either fire me or I could put a resignation in, but that would look better. But they fired me, or they're getting rid of me because of my TikTok.
Okay, so yeah, this is funny and it's also not funny. So what happened was I saw her video on my FYP and I was like, oh, was she fired unjustly? Did they like lie against her at a place of work? I was so inquisitive, so I went down the rabbit hole, went to her profile. Yo, you guys need to go to her profile and know why she got fired. You go to her profile, you're gonna see why she got fired. Quite frankly, I'm not here to judge anybody. Quite frankly, I'm not. But girl, your page is public. You have to understand that whatever you post, people are gonna see it. Right now, I don't use my legal name on my TikTok page. I didn't even use my phone number to open my particular TikTok page. I use my email. You would not believe that there's one of my sisters. She's my sister from another mother though. Her son saw one of my videos and showed it to her mom. So guess what? If I was that type of person that was doing something freaky, and yeah, he probably would have showed it to the mom. So at the end of the day, you have to understand that social media is a public place, and you don't know who's gonna check your video. You don't know who's gonna see your video. So you gotta be careful what you're posting, unless you just don't care. Especially if you're still doing like a 9 to 5, or you're doing your 12-hour shift 3 days a week, or 16-hour shift. Regardless, you have to understand that one of your co-workers, your boss, somebody is going to come across your video. Somebody that you know is going to come across your video. And the main reason why I actually didn't use my phone number was I have a couple of people in my church that has my phone number. But guess what? It still suggested my account to these people. So guess what? You don't know who's going to view your TikTok. So yeah, guys, y'all need to go to her page and know why she got fired. I'm probably gonna tag her in my video, but girl, I feel so bad for you. But you know the actions have consequences. So at the end of the day, it's a mistake, and just learn from it. Just learn from it, honestly, because your page is public and you don't know who's gonna be seeing it. And you have to understand that some of these companies, they don't want to associate with this kind of a thing. So yeah.
Men are not like how they were when our parents were growing up. I grew up like the man is supposed to take care of the woman. The man is supposed to go up to the girls. Like the man is supposed to have drive and initiate everything. Like I feel like now it's so hard to find guys that like even just in general have drive in life. Like I feel like it's so different. When did this change? When did this change? Anyways, I just feel like there's no manly men.
Yeah.
I don't know why none of their training and teaching talks about what women do. Somebody in the comments says literally all my buddies that got married said don't do it. They work, clean, and do all of the cooking. They said they're better off alone. Somebody else says, and when I grew up, my mom knew how to cook and clean, but they don't want to talk about that change. They don't. We're still trying to figure out what it is that you guys are going to be doing. What do you guys bring to the relationship? Well, I work, you work. Okay, we established that we both work. I don't want to do all of the chores when I get home. Okay, neither do I. Well, you continue to take out the trash, fill up the cars, do the mechanical work, or find somebody that will do that. Any repairs and maintenance to the house, you handle that. Any repairs and maintenance to the lawn and that sort of thing, you handle that. Any security, you handle that. But me, well, what are you going to do? Well, I work. Yeah, you said that already. But what is your specific role? What do you do while I'm doing all of these other things? Well, I work. Yeah, that's the third time you told me that. Well, I go to parent-teacher meetings, all right? I cook and I clean, so do I. We split that 50-50. I cook and clean as well. I do the laundry as well. So what is it that you're doing exclusively? Oh, I do the doctor's appointments and I call the doctor and I do the dentist. Great. So you do the doctor and the dentist and the parent-teacher meetings. What else? What else are you doing? Because we're both cooking and cleaning. We're both doing the laundry. Are you doing anything with the cars or any maintenance on the home? No. That's what we're coming to. Y'all get mad when a man leaves you to do most of the stuff inside the house. But he's doing things inside the house and outside the house that you don't see. Oh, and by the way, his job is making sure almost each and every day that, let me tell you something. If a window broke at 2:00 in the morning, it is his job to make sure, or either sleep in that room, whatever you do, to make sure that window is fixed immediately, pronto, for your safety and security. Y'all don't want no ifs, ands, or buts. I don't want to hear nothing about nothing. Fix it and fix it now. But for y'all's job, y'all want to lollygag and mosey around and take it easy. But a man, I get it. A man got to be on y'all time schedule, which is what you talking about. Where's the man who did this? Where's the man who did that? Basically, where's the man on my time frame, my time schedule?
Okay, here is why more and more young women are rejecting feminism and just do not want to be associated with it at all. I think these younger generations have really, really good BS detectors. So on its face, feminism sounds great, right? Equality for all and girls supporting girls. That sounds so beautiful. But the second you kind of test that out, you very quickly find that it has just become a total facade. If I'm putting on makeup for my husband to come home from work, or if I'm cooking for him, they get upset. They don't like that. Whoever the head of PR is for feminism needs to be fired. They are doing a horrible job because almost all of their representatives who are outspoken, they just seem so miserable, so hateful, so bitter. It doesn't look fun at all. Nothing about that sounds appealing. I think that's why we're starting to see the trad wife stuff on TikTok, is because people are so sick of the other side, so done with the angry, man-hating, putting women down. Ugh, it's boring, it's old, we're done with it. You don't have to like me, you don't have to like other women on social media. You can call everybody names and be upset, but just don't pretend that you support other women, because you don't, and a lot of people are seeing right through it.
Hello, my name is Joy, and I woke up choosing violence this morning because I would like to debunk and explain why feminism is a crock of I can already see the comments of me getting called a pick-me girl for this, so let's just get into it. Number 1, hookup culture getting disguised as empowerment. The liberation of random hookup culture completely goes against female biology because of how we emotionally bond through oxytocin. Hooking up with random people is not empowerment. It's disgusting. And the fact that feminism tells women that they will be liberated after that is an absolute lie. You're not going to feel liberated. You're going to feel like and that just leads to the spiral culture of I need more, I don't feel wanted or desired, so I'm going to go get it because I can, because I'm a boss ass. It's a lie. It's a complete, utter lie. Number 2, putting career over having a family. The narrative that traditional roles are oppressive. Show me where they're oppressive. Other than maybe the Amish and the people in Utah. What are they called again? Mormons, that's what it is. You can climb the corporate ladder all you want. But true long-term satisfaction in your life comes from strong relationships where people actually care and love you for who you are, having a sense of community, and raising a family. This pressure that women have to have it all and be that boss woman in the corporate world, it leaves them burned out, okay? Those are the chicks that are walking around 45 that are fat and overweight with their hormones out of whack that look like they are just stressed beyond belief because they've been chasing a lie someone told them would make them feel fulfilled, and it just doesn't. Number 3, feminism frames men as opponents, not partners. There are 100% bad dudes out there. I mean, like really bad dudes that exert their power and force to get what they want. They're tyrannous. Yes, absolutely. Those guys do exist. But attacking men in general, telling them that their masculinity is inherently toxic, is the most messed up thing on the planet. Men and women are different. Our bodies are different. Our hormones are different. Our brains are different. We are just different. We can be equal, but we can acknowledge our differences and understand that the yin and yang between us is not the problem. It's a good thing. Lord knows we do not need more feminine men. We need more true, strong, masculine, healthy men in society. We could fix a lot of things if that happened. And that ideology that we're in competition with men and not that we complement each other will make your relationships suffer. Feminist women that try to get in relationships with men and have that ideology programmed in their mind carry it into that relationship, and it screws things up. And number 4, last but not least, the promise of total independence. Telling women that they need total independence to feel happiness is just going to lead to pure isolation. And listen, I'm a strong, independent woman, okay? I love just being able to do things on my own and figure it out and problem solve and all those things. But I still ask for help a lot because I need it and I acknowledge it. And I go to my community and I go to other people and males in my life that I'm like, hey, can you help me with this? That does not make me weak. That does not make me less because I ask for help, because I understand that I need it. What's being marketed as freedom to women is just complete disconnection. And I think it's honestly really heartbreaking that so many women are falling for this narrative as if this is the answer that they need or that's going to make them happy. You can be a strong, independent woman without falling for this narrative feministic. And if you've been really hurt by a guy before, honey, I get it. I understand how this is so attractive, this ideology that this is going to be what frees you and you don't need a guy because screw him. I get it. Trust me. But just because you dated a jerk does not mean you need to go on the rest of your life living through an ideology that will inherently hurt you in the long term. There are good men out there. I promise you. That's all I got to say about that. I was kind of feeling feisty this morning, so yeah.
It's like a lot of these things that modern women are doing for no reason. You're starting to do the opposite of what y'all said y'all wanted to do. We want to be we shouldn't have to be looked at this way, but let's go put on some clothes to be looked at this way. We don't want to be treated this way, but let's go do things and display actions that have people thinking that we want to be treated a certain way. It really is backwards thinking.
If I'm married, right, which I am, I have a husband, right? Why would I want to just leave the house without him knowing? That doesn't make sense. I've never met a wife that prefers to be by herself. The wives I know, women that are around me, love being around their husband. They enjoy his company. I don't know what this like weird propaganda is, but like I have no desire to have money without my husband or to leave the house without him. Like I'd rather go out to eat with him than any of you guys. Like I don't even like hanging with friends. Like I prefer being with my husband. He's literally my best friend. So I don't understand what you're trying to tell me. Feminism didn't do anything for me at all. All it did was create beef with y'all because it didn't do anything for me. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. You guys think feminism gave you something, but we already have everything we need. Like, I don't need some man-made institution to tell me that I can do this or I can do that. I'm good. Like, I like having a husband. I like being around him. I like that. I love working with my husband. Any kind of work I do, it's contributing to his business, and I love that. Like, that's what I like to do. I'm not interested in like leading my own life. That's like, that is contradictory to the concept of marriage, right? Like, if you're in a marriage, you're supposed to contribute to each other. You're not supposed to lead your own life. Like, you have to stop listening to miserable women that tell you that feminism is good and you should have your own and you should live your own life and you should prepare for his ass to leave you and blah blah and all this miserable shit. Like, no, like, you're not saying anything. You wouldn't be able to leave the house. Where's I'm gonna go? What is so urgent for me to have to go that would require my husband's absence? Like, I don't understand what that's doing for me. What's the point? What's the point? For a worst case scenario that's never gonna happen? Like, girl, shut up.
Nobody understands it. Only modern women with warped brains. Only modern women with delusional, lunatic thoughts understand this type of thinking. They get married to and they hang around people that they don't even want to be around. And they're really honestly and truly the ones that are insufferable. But somehow the man is supposed to compensate for them being upset about everything.
We've all seen that TikTok of the women crying because her student loan debt has reached $90,000 with a 17% interest rate. Let's talk about why this is about more than just debt. This isn't just about money, it's about choices. We told an entire generation of young women, don't get married yet, don't have kids, focus on your career first. So what's happened is women have traded their 20s for careers and degrees, thinking that it was empowerment. And now what's happened is women are drowning in debt, in rent, and anxiety, saying that they can't even think about starting a family because they can't afford it. And here's the irony. The homemaker that they laughed at from the 1950s, they had a paid off house by 30, kids by 25, and way more stability than today's independent boss babe. But hey, at least you got your degree in social justice. Totally worth $90,000 with a 17% interest rate, right? Feminism sold freedom, and what you actually got was debt and delayed families. Oh, and depression. Everybody has depression now. Follow for more coffee and controversy because the truth hits different with your morning brew.
If you're a woman and you hate feminism, then shut the fuck up like you would have to do without it. Shut the fuck up and go get married at 20 and submit to your husband and have his children and stop posting online and stop going to college and stop wearing jeans and live your life without it and see what that life is like. Because I'm sick of you guys getting on here and saying that you're not feminist or that you hate feminism when you don't even know what privileges it has afforded you. It's like using your phone every single day and then saying that you hate electricity. Why do you bitches keep talking? Like, you guys are using feminism to complain about how you hate feminism. Shut the fuck up.
This one is so filled with rage, right? She needs to do some somatic healing or something to get that rage out. Ooh, honey, just full of just ugliness on the inside. It's really unbelievable. I love the part where she sarcastically gives the advice to women, like, you should at 20 just like go get married and not go to college. Yeah, sure. Cool. I'm with you, right? That's what I should have done. Right? You know, to not get married. Listen, I can't say that because my path was blessed, right? God had his hand on me. I have the most incredible husband and I have the most incredible child and I got very lucky, and there is no world that I would want to live in that they weren't part of. And I say that wholeheartedly. I am so just in love with life and how it played it, but I got very lucky. Now, if I could have that same husband and child and go back and do it earlier, would I? Of course. Because what was I doing at 20? Thinking that I had to pay my own bills, thinking I had to do a grind, thinking I had to go to grad school, thinking I had to do all this stuff that I didn't really want to do. So I will ask you, Love Muffin, because you seem so open to conversation and frankly so pleasing to talk to. What privileges have been afforded to women? Is it a privilege to go work all day under fluorescent lights, do a grind that wrecks their hormones and wrecks their whole bodies and leaves them feeling miserable, angry, and resentful at the end of the day? Is that a privilege? What else is a privilege? Tell me what you're talking about when you talk about female privilege that came from feminism. What is it? Because women aren't happier. They're not. Don't believe the stories. Don't believe the lies. Women are not happier doing all those things. Career women are notoriously just sick to their stomachs, unhappy, hating, not being able to do their balance. You know what happens now? These career women start to blame it on the stuff at home. Oh, I have too much to do at home, so I can't. That's not what's going on, honey. What's going on is that you were pulled into a life that you didn't even want because you felt you had to compete with a man, and now you're doing it, and your boss gets to boss you around all day long, and those lights are giving you a headache, and the fact that you get one teeny little hour for lunch upsets your whole system. Your stomach hurts all day, right? That's what's happening, really. Let's just own it. Own what you're doing, and you're climbing and you're climbing and you're climbing and you're getting more and more stressed out. And now you're going to the doctor and they're telling you got Hashimoto's or some thyroid condition, right? Because your progesterone's all out of whack. Listen, we don't have to get into all that. I do know plenty about hormones and plenty about what really causes hormonal imbalance in women, but we won't have that conversation here. But a lot of it has to do with the lifestyles they choose. A lot of it. A lot of it. So what are the privileges exactly? Again, these women have swallowed that it is a privilege to do all of these things that ultimately make them miserable, and that it is slavery to do all of the things that are innately feminine, like having a baby and taking care of children and leaning on a man and getting married young. They've been told that that's a sign of weakness and enslavement, when in fact that would really let them just sink into simplicity and let them just smile a little bit, right, from the inside out, instead of this one who's looking like this. Honey, listen, your female privilege that you got from...
I mean, just because you hollering don't mean you're right. Just because you talking fast in the camera don't mean you're right. See, modern women get excited by this. Modern women get excited by the stuff that she's doing, the moving her neck and all that other stuff, and the talking fast. And, oh yeah, I'm going to speak into the camera. I'm going to do all of this stuff. But home math called bird hands. You do all of that nonsense, impressed with it. Not me, not most men. You sound silly. When a man begins to dissect what your point is and he begins to break it down, it's not a whole lot that you're saying. And even her, Jedediah, her breaking it down, she already knows what you're saying is stupid. Most people, men or women, once they slow down and say, wait a minute. Now, see, I agree with this over here, fighting for women's rights and treating people equally. But what you guys are doing is trying to make yourself superior. What you guys are trying to do is make yourself better than the man. And you're not better than me. I shouldn't have to continue to put you on a pedestal everywhere I go at the detriment and to the detriment of myself. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You guys say and do a lot of silly stuff. And maybe you should slow down, turn off the camera, and think about what it actually is that's going on.
Feminists are calling for men just to accept false allegations and deal with them. Yep, you heard that right. I am not kidding. Look at this post. Men should just accept them if they are accused of, and just deal with it, because women have been systematically oppressed. And what's a few years of your freedom, gentlemen? Like, just when I think feminism can't get any worse, people start posting stuff like this. Like, excuse me, what? So in other words, what these women want is they want to be able to falsely accuse you. They want you not to fight back. They want you not to defend yourself. They want you to go sit in jail because they've lived some seriously oppressed life. The problem that I have is none of the women coming forward today and speaking today have ever lived in oppression. We have had equal opportunity within the law since the early 80s. So these women, these 20 and 30, early 30-year-olds haven't felt the oppression. As a 50-year-old woman, I haven't felt the oppression of women in my lifetime, and nobody owes me for what happened years and years and generations before me. But apparently these delusional feminists want you to just give up your freedom, gentlemen. Seriously, this is unhinged.
It's just more of the same, just gruesome, just taking on the chin. Somebody somewhere had an issue and I heard about it, and I'm just like them, or I could be just like them. So just allow it to happen, bro. I mean, you know, what's 20 years? I mean, one of us is what modern women think. One of us suffered. One of us had to go through it. So one of you guys, it's your turn. We need to take turns suffering, right? And we've suffered enough. So it's your turn to suffer. It's your turn to spend endless amounts of years in jail for something that you didn't do because somewhere, someone of the female gender had to suffer. It's just a very stupid way to think about things.
I hate this whole toxic feminist energy because I used to believe in it. I used to believe that women were equal to men, that a woman does not need a man. But that is not true. In this society, all the women are being lied to. And in a world full of toxic feminism, Let's build our men up to be greater leaders, better protectors, and better guides.
Princess treatment I expect as a liberal woman. Number one, you're driving most places. I've had to drive myself around my whole life. It's my turn to be a passenger princess. You're driving most places. I can help contribute to gas sometimes. I can offer to let you use my car. But for the most part, I'm the girl. I sit in the passenger seat. Number two, when it comes to bump, if you're getting antsy, it doesn't mean I'm dropping pantsy. I pay attention to my body. I pay attention to what I want to do with it. No means no, not now means not now. Do take into consideration our relationship as well as gender roles, what men like. Keep that in mind. A no does mean no. And if that's a problem, you're a problem. Number three, princess treatment means I eat how I want to eat. If I want a double, I get a double. If I want a big meal, I get a big meal. There's no salad expectations. There's no dressing on the side expectations. I'm not intentionally trying to be dainty when it comes to food. Number four, if we're in different tax brackets or you make more money than I do expect you to foot the bill more often. I can only afford what I can afford.
I just seen that LA tattoo on her, so I already know that she liberal. Let me see if I can find
Be
it.
dainty when it comes to food. Number four, if we're in different tax brackets or
You see it? You see it? On her right arm? We'll get there.
you make more money than I do expect you to foot the bill more often. I can only afford what I can afford. I will, of course, contribute. But in general, as a girl, even a liberal girl, I believe in some kind of gender roles and I want to feel taken care of. I want to feel softer. And if I'm continuously putting out my credit card or my ATM card, I'm not feeling soft, I'm feeling broke. Number five, we are using birth control. There will be no accidental, oops, it's a gift from God. Nope, I don't want any gifts from God that I'm not expecting. If and when we're ready, financially, mentally, we'll plan for it. But other than that, safety first. Number six, my opinions, what I like, these are just as valuable as yours. What I have to say is just as valuable as what you have to say. I want you to hear me, so I need to hear you. It is absolutely a symbiotic relationship. If you're looking for a doormat, that's not me. You better walk yourself right out that door. I want conversation. That's what being.
All right, so I'm going to give y'all my initial reaction to this. And in the longer version of this, we're going to go through every single talking point so we make sure we don't miss anything. All right, my initial reaction to looking at this, because again, I look at the context clues, the tattoo, all of that stuff, is I seen the tattoo that was on her arm. And so I know where she's from. I know what her mindset is in a general sense. And you can pretty much tell where she's at on a political perspective. But here's the thing about it. It's like you really want a conservative person. You just want people to tolerate your liberal views. That's my initial reaction of it. And then you always have to ask the question, okay, so what does he get if he got to basically adjust to whatever your lifestyle is in order to make you happy?
So somebody in the comments here says, translation, it's all about me and what I want. A woman here says, I mean, my husband treats me like a princess and I treat him like a prince. It's the whole reciprocal type of relationship, you know, like most grown folks would do. Exactly. Rebecca here says, so she wants someone to give her everything while she gives nothing in return. Another woman says, conveniently, gender roles matters. So basically, I think what she's saying is it's only, you only want it when it's convenient to you, which is what Lori McDonald here is saying. I believe in gender roles, only when it's to my benefit. That's all these modern women, man. Only when it's to my benefit. Then we need to do that. We definitely need to go that way. And it's really funny to me how they think this way, because it's blatantly, it's blatant hypocrisy, blatant foolishness. It's blatant childlike behavior. You would expect a child to, be playing a game with a child, and then a child looks over at you and you're winning because you know how to play the game. And they go, well, let me play. And then they snatch your controller and they switch controllers with you and you start winning. And then they get mad and they snatch both of the controllers and they're trying to win. And it's just not fun. So they have to give you back the controller and you start beating them again. But you let off the gas pedal a little bit and they're still losing and they get mad and they rage quit and they run out of the room for 3 seconds. And because they're going to come back, you just kind of sit there and you pause it and they jump back on and start playing again. And this time you take your foot off the gas pedal even more, and then maybe they score. Oh, ha ha ha, I scored on you, even though the score is like at that point 30-7. They're still talking trash, and you go right back down the field on them and score again. So now it's 37-7, and they're rage quitting again, and they're running down the stairs to tell your parents, and then they come back up, and once again, this time you have to take your foot all the way off the gas pedal and just let them score. So at the end of the game, it's like 38-37, and they're talking about how they beat you and how they won and all that other stuff. That's what this sounds like. So it sounds like a kid complaining. Give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that. I want this. I want to win at this. I want to do this. I want to be that. I want to do this. That's what that sounds like. A kid that wants to win at everything. Just let me win it all. Oh, you're winning because you're just better than me? You winning that because you play the game more than I do? Just because of practice and overtime learning tips and tricks? You mean you're winning because you put the time and effort in? The blood, sweat, and tears? The sweat equity in the winning? You mean that's why you're winning? Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to do all that, so I'm going to need you to let me win. Which is what modern women are wanting. That's what she's asking for right here. Just give me everything that I want. Just let me have it. I'm not going to give you anything, but just let me live life on easy mode, as Myron says a lot of times.
I don't care about the male loneliness epidemic, and as a woman, you shouldn't either. Despite what the incel community may say on the internet, this is not our fault. We live in a patriarchal society designed for men and run by men. That patriarchal structure is responsible for the male loneliness epidemic. If you follow me, then you know I post a lot about women's rights, children's rights, and immigrants' rights. And of course, I definitely get some racist comments. And the vast majority of those comments, I would go as far as to say 9 out of 10 of those comments are all being made by men. Yes, there are some women who leave comments too, but by a landslide, it's the men. So men, serious question for you. Why on planet Earth do you think that women would be interested in that? Why do you think that a woman would want to date and be with a mean and hateful and emotionally immature man? Yes, there are some pick-me's, but women are waking up to their power, to their worth. We can have credit cards, own our own properties, have our own careers. We don't need you. You're not entitled to women. You're not entitled to women's bodies. You're not entitled to procreation. You're mean, and that's why women don't want you. Why would we be with you if we make money and you're mean? In what way does that benefit us? We've woken up, men. Your time is up. So get with it or watch your bloodline die out. Because what woman would want to procreate and be with a man? So men, until you get your act together, you're gonna be lonely. So sink or swim, but this is not our problem to fix. This is all of you guys enabling each other in the structure that you guys created. And we're done cleaning up your messes so you guys can figure it out, emotionally evolve, or say goodbye to your bloodline.
Well, the incels are not talking about this. This is something that it seems like you guys made up. Or maybe somebody said something somewhere and you listen to a podcast or something like that. I don't know, man. Roberto here says there is no male loneliness epidemic. Another guy here says, I feel like I'm on vacation when I'm alone. I don't know, man. There's another dude. Another guy here says, and as I scroll, at some point, I'll see a video. I'll see a video with a woman saying, why don't they approach anymore? We're getting some mixed signals at best. We're just left to initiate and hope we didn't fumble everything over Miss or Mrs. Yeah, we don't know, man. Another person says, y'all do still realize that Men's Mental Health Awareness Month is to end the patriarchy. They don't care. They don't care nothing about that. They don't care anything. When modern women talk like this, they don't care anything about what a man is going through. They don't care what a man has up. They don't care what a man's life looks like. They don't care anything about it. They only care about themselves. They hope, they're wishing, they're praying that you're lonely. And by you being lonely, that's going to cause you to kind of grovel at their feet. Oh, I just need, they're thinking the P is power. So if I hold off long enough, then the tide is going to turn and they're going to need us. And then we're going to hold that over them. And, we'll be in power. Unfortunately, while that might be a short-term solution, that's definitely not going to be a long-term solution, to be honest with you, for various reasons that I don't want to mention here in this video. But men allow you guys to do a lot of things that they really don't have to. They allow you to say a lot of stuff like this right here that they really don't have to. But because they feel like, oh yeah, women are equal. Oh yeah, let them say whatever they want. I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. I mean, that's loser speech, whatever it is, but that's their right to say it. A lot of men feel like that. They'll just stop talking to you. They'll just leave you alone. And when they see you, after hearing you talk like this, they'll let you go on about your way, do your business, and all of that stuff that you were wanting from a man, that you were hoping to receive from a man, is it's going to go out the window, and it'll be your own fault.
Listen to this.
Men are like, we want a traditional woman. We want a woman at home, taking care of me, taking care of the kids, cooking, cleaning, doing all this. And women are like, have done the feminism, they've done the 9 to 5, they're all broke, they're unhappy, they're like, why are we working so hard? This sucks. And then they're like, okay, we accept your terms. And then men are like, okay. And then we're like, okay, so that's going to take a lot of money to have this life. So are you going to be a provider full time? Are you going to give me and the children the lives that we want? And then as soon as women turn it on men and accept, men are like, oh my gosh, you're just all gold diggers. And then it's like, so what do you want from us? There's no winning. Yeah, we do want to be at home with the kids. And yeah, if we do that, you have to provide, sweetheart.
Okay, number one. A lot of women are not done with feminism, even though you say they've done the feminism. If they were done with it, they wouldn't be still screaming that they're going to choose a bear over a man, or that they don't need men. Number two, many women are still choosing career over family. Number three, you mentioned the guy should provide for the life that you and the kids want. Does he not have a say in the lifestyle that he's paying for? Number four, a lot of women are saying that they don't want kids. So what are you talking about? And number five, men are only saying that women are sounding like gold diggers because women keep talking about their income and that they need to be 6-figure men. And it's not even just the low 6 figures anymore. Now it's these astronomically high numbers like, oh, they need to make 300,000 plus. That's what sounds like a gold digger.
You asked the question, what is she talking about? She's not talking about anything. That's the long and short of it. She ain't really talking about anything. I'm glad you mentioned the part about y'all say y'all want something. Basically, what you were talking about is it's all on your time. It's all on your schedule when you want to do it. So you want a man to kind of wait around for you. And a man is going to do whatever he wants to do whenever he wants to do it. Guy here in the comments said, I'm out, I'm going fishing. It's exactly what most men do. Kind of wait around for you for maybe a couple of years, and then they get tired because you're out here playing games. And then by the time you figure out that, hey, these games aren't worth playing anymore, that's when you want to run back to him and waste his time. No, ma'am. We're not going to be doing that. You sound slow. You sound silly, and this sounds stupid, right? Well, we want to go out there and y'all told us not to do that. Y'all told us to slow it down. Y'all told us to take it easy on all of this feminine stuff, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to listen to you guys. We're going to continue to do whatever we want. And then when we run ourselves ragged, or that boss up there runs us ragged, like you told us they would, or we put ourselves in a position that's less optimal for us, like you said it would be, then we get tired. And we say, oh man, we should have really listened. Now we do want to listen. Now pay for us. Too bad. You don't just get to hop on a train or hop on a plane that I'm on when you wasn't waiting in the waiting area. you don't get to do that. See, y'all want to just, what y'all want to do is check in late, right? No pre-check, no clear ID. Y'all want to check in late. But y'all want to skip I'm late. I got to check my bags. And we didn't already done. That ship has sailed. That plane's about to take off. We're boarding right now. you need to check in your bags. You should have checked in your bags an hour ago. You trying to run up here 5 minutes before the door about to close. You gotta go through check-in. You gotta go through security, and you see that security line well back there. You're late. Oh, can I please, I gotta make it. You should have thought about that before. Unless it's an emergency and you can actually say, hey, this is actually what happened. And people are like, oh, yeah, go ahead. Unless you can do that, no, you're about to sit back because we planned ahead and took our time and got here when we were supposed to get here. We checked in, whatever we needed to do, all of that. And we got in the line, and now we're about to go through. And now because you just wanted to sleep a little bit later, or you wanted to spend some time elsewhere messing around, and you want to come up and, well, I just don't feel like standing in line. All of a sudden, people are supposed to allow you to do whatever you want to do. That's what you modern women sound like. Just let me at the very end, skip everybody in the line, go through, get all my bags checked, and then I'm running to the plane. Let me in. I'm banging on the door. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Flight attendants then already gone, and they reading the rules. You banging on the door. Let me in. Let me. Come on, please. Somebody. You hollering at everybody. Let me in. The plane is about to take off. That's what y'all are trying to do to men. That's the exact scenario that you just described. Y'all go and do what men told you not to do. And then men decide to go another way. And all of a sudden you running chasing the man down. Okay, no. We heard you. Please, let us have that life. No, you're not the one for me. You're not the one for me, bro. You should have thought about that when we was telling you 10 years ago. We about to take off. This train about to take off from the station. You didn't want to hear that. You didn't want to listen to that. That is not a man's responsibility, bro. Y'all need to get your lives together. Thank you for saying this, because she be acting like sometimes she don't get the concept of y'all supposed to be doing something. Y'all supposed to be acting a certain way. Men didn't told y'all that. And then when it's time, oh, well, I really, like he said, I didn't like it. I don't want to do this. This is horrible. Let me jump on your train. No, absolutely not. You got to be kidding.